It's 7 a.m. Time to do some yoga. It's day 12 of our 30-day yoga challenge. Let's get ready. Oh, my assistant is a little rambunctious this morning. All right, let's get started. Hands overhead, reaching tall, mountain pose. Oh, stretch, 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 stretch your spine as long as it'll go. Ooh, up on the toes, up on the toes, up on the toes. Oh, tiny little back bend. Oh. Ooh, back to center. Release. One more time. Today you might need a little strap, so go grab one of those if you don't have it right now. A strap or a tie or a rope. I'm actually using a waist belt from a swim buoy, so you don't need anything fancy for yoga. Just use whatever's around you. Keep those hips over to the left and over to the right. And back through center. Ooh. One more time, all the way up. Up on the toes, up on the toes, up on the toes. Tiny little back bend. And forward fold, halfway down. Flat back, gazing forward. Pressing through those thighs, stretching, beginning to stretch those hamstrings. Opening up the lower back. Hi, what are you doing? Woo. And take that right leg back. Stretch. Take it straight. Kind of stretch that hip. And the other side. Oh. And back to center, all the way up. Ooh, hands neutral. Shoulder rolls up and back, up and back, up and back, forward and down, forward and down, forward and down. Arms overhead, twisting to the right. Tiny little pulses to the right. And up and to the left. Little pulses, warming up our twist. Forward fold all the way down, dropping those hands and head. Woo. And just let your head, your hands decompress your spine, the weight of your upper body, pulling yourself over. Breathing deep into the back. And release one leg to the right, leg to the left. And continue down into our squats, deep squat. Elbows to the inside of the knees, pressing, opening up those inner thighs. And drop the hands. Leaning forward, a little bit of weight in the hands, preparing for crow pose eventually. So heels should be lifted just a little bit right now. See how much weight you can leverage into your palms of your hands. Pressing those elbows into the knees. And release, coming all the way back up. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Woo. Oh. Ooh. Roll that left foot. That feels good. Yeah. And the right foot. A little roll on the ball of the foot. And feet a little bit more than hip width apart, and let's come down into our goddess squat. Halfway down. Weight in the heels, cactusing the arms. It's real easy to see when imbalances are in here. Let's see. Try and keep your arms at the same level, your legs at the same level. And then raise one heel and the other. One heel and the other. One heel and the other. And release all the way up. Mountain pose, bring the feet together. Ooh. Stepping forward with the right foot, bending that knee, turning that left foot behind you. Warrior one. Hands outstretched. Open the arms up to warrior two. Walk that foot out. Deepen the pose as you will. Bring that torso forward and windmill it down into side angle. Drop the left hand next to the right foot. We are in lizard. Drop that knee, bring the leg across, and settle into pigeon. Ooh, find that edge for pigeon. Drop it down to your sleepy pigeon when you can. And coming back up. Slide that right leg back, left leg comes forward, find your pigeon on the left. Ooh. Take it sleepy. And back up. Keeping those hands on the other side. We're gonna lift that left leg. Lift the knee, and we are in lizard on the left. Coming back up through side angle on this side. And windmill the arms back into warrior two. Bring the arms forward for warrior one. Legs are a little out of line today. And step the feet together. Woo. Stepping back, hands overhead, reaching tall. A couple times. Woo. And forward fold all the way down. Hands and head dangling, ragdoll. Woo. See if you're a little bit straighter legged this time. And while we're down here, just roll those hands out. Take a step back with the feet into down dog. Hips high, reaching for the sky. Chest and shoulders reaching for the floor. Pedal it out, pedal it out. Coming up through plank. Hang on to your plank for a second. And drop it down all the way, chaturanga to cobra. Breathing deep into the belly. And release. Make our way back into all fours. like cat-cows, even that out. And find your way onto your back. Grab your strap if you've got one. Oh, equalize that back. Drop the knees to the right. Drop the knees to the left. Woo. Plant those legs. Make sure you've got your weight in the right heel. And let's raise that left foot, lasso it, and keep it straight out. Don't need anything fancy for this. Just use a towel or a strap, or a tie, a belt, anything like that. Don't need fancy equipment to do yoga. So we're just aiding in the stretch for the hamstring and the lower back. Try to keep our sit bones locked onto the floor, equalizing the weight through the hips, engaging the core to maintain that level hip sit bone area. So we want to try and keep our legs straight to deepen the stretch. You can do little pulses up. And bend the knee to get a little relief. Pull that knee straight into the chest. And back out, nice and straight. So if you find that you're having to bend your knee to get higher, don't go higher. Just keep it down here. Keep it nice and straight. It's not a contest. This is about you and your body, how to relate to your own body, your own needs, your own differences between the left and the right side of your body. All right, now we're going to take this foot, take the strap into the left hand, anchor your right hip down with your right hand, and pull that leg out to the side. The trick here is to keep that right hip stable. Don't let your right hip come up. That's not what we're doing. Keep your right hip locked onto the floor. Take some core control and some inner thigh control. So you're going to feel that stretch in the inner thigh on the leg that is lowered. It helps if you have that weight in your right heel. You can press through your right heel to help anchor yourself. And bend that knee for some relief. Pull that knee into the chest. And again, out to the side. You might be able to take it a little bit lower this time. Maintaining that pressure to keep the legs straight. Release the tension in your kneecap. I always hold tension in my kneecap. And bend your knee to release. Coming back to center, bringing that knee all the way in. Oh, and release. Even it out, even it out. Drop those knees to the right. And drop those knees to the left. Find your weight in your left heel. And let's lasso that right foot. So remember, if you're bent leg, but you're up here, no, we want this straight leg lower. It's fine. It's not a competition. Keeping those hips straight, locked down onto the floor. Nice little pulses. Keep the pulses going. That feels good. Just feel where you're keeping tension, where you're holding tension in that area of your body. Where you're holding tension in your hip, in the joint itself, in the sit bones, the kneecap, the knee joint, ankle, the foot, the calf, the Achilles, arch of the foot. Where are you holding tension? And bend the knee, bring it into the chest. Nice little bit of relief. And back out. You might find on that second time you're able to lift a little bit higher, but make sure that you're maintaining form. So hips squared off, just locked onto that surface. Do not let that left hip come up. And even take your left hand and just hold it right there for memory's sake. A few more pulses. And now we're going to take that right hand, lower the right leg. Again, this is tricky. Don't let that left hip come up. Keep the left hip anchored onto the floor. Press through the left heel to make sure that connection stays. You might only be able to come down here. You might be able to come down to here. You might be able to go all the way. Everyone's different, and every side of the body is different. Little pulses, release the tension in the kneecap. It's for me. And bend the knee into the chest. And back out to the side, maybe a little lower this time. Maintaining good form, keeping those hips locked onto the floor. And bend the knee and knee into the chest and release. Ooh, even that out, even that out. Knees to the right. And knees to the left. And back to center. Woo. Woo. And we're going to take that left leg up and bend, flex the foot, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. And release the leg straight down. Right leg all the way up. Flex and point, 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 all the way down. Hands overhead, reaching tall. Stretch from your toes all the way up to your fingertips. Breathing deep into the belly. And release. Close your eyes for just a minute. Let your hands fall where they will. Let your legs fall where they will. Close your eyes. Set your intentions for the day. Take a few deep breaths. And open your eyes, wiggle your toes and fingers. Hands to lower back for guarding. Come on up to an easy seat. Remember to come up slowly. Whenever you're laying down or inverted in yoga, you can get dizzy pretty quick, so take it easy. Couple last shoulder shrugs. Woo. And thank you for joining me for day 12 of our 30-day challenge. See you tomorrow morning. Have a great day, guys. Bye.